Hi everyone, Julio here, and again I am demoing the organization platform of AITutor, and today we're going to be looking into setting and creating homeworks. I am a teacher. I am logged in as teacher Julio Pizzulli. I have two classes, all students and top set, and we're going to be setting some homework to these classes. So we go over to the homework field, we click create new, and here we have our homework creator. So you'll notice that this is our syllabus explorer. So you'll be exploring the syllabus to find the questions that you want to add in your homework. So let's say you're teaching algebra and functions at the moment. And let's say you want to do some quadratics. So we go over to solving quadratics. And this starts to load up all the questions that we have on quadratics. Okay, so you can read the titles here, prove the quadratic formula, solving a hard quadratic. Okay, well and the questions are organized by difficulty. So D is the easiest question, and A is A hard question. The hardest is A star. So let's have a look at some of these questions, and you can click on them, and it automatically expands the question, it answers it for you, and it gives you the working that the user, that your student would see. So you can regenerate a new one if you want to see how, what the regeneration is like and how much they vary. And you can see the question is changing the numbers of these every time, and you have an infinite amount of these. Moreover, each student will get a different one. They will not get this exact question, but instead they will get one that is generated on the fly when they answer the homework. So bear that in mind, they're not getting this exact question. These are just example questions for you to see. You can see the marks, it's 4 marks, also shown here. You can see the difficulty, it's an A question. The time is 5 minutes, it's calculated based off the marks. And the average score is the average score that users get on this. So then from here, we go ahead and add this to our questions. And you can see it appeared here. Maybe I want to add 2 of these questions, and there's another one. So let's say I want 2 of these. Okay, let me click away. Let me grab one of these easy ones. This one's slightly easier, and it's multiple parts, as you can see here. So I'm going to go ahead and add one of these as well. I click out. I can go back into it if I want to remove it, like this. Or if I want to add another one, completing the square, I click into completing the square, describe the transformation, and add this one instead. So now I'm happy with my 3 questions that I wanted to do. I can see the estimated completion time. I need to fill out the details of the homework. So what is the name of the homework? I'm going to call it first homework. The classes I wish to set this to, well, I can set it to all students, but I can also set it to top set. I can set homeworks to multiple classes. But to begin with, let's just set it to all students. The start date, I wish this homework to be live, so students won't be able to view the homework until this start date. I will set it to today, so they can view it immediately. The end date will be when they have to submit it by, and I'm going to set it in a week's time. I will confirm. And now I see the entire homework, the name, the classes, and the questions I can see here. Again, these are generated questions. And I will go ahead and click confirm again. Great. As you can see here, this is my homework. Estimated completion time 16 minutes. It's currently live as it's past the start date. No one has attempted it yet, and there are no high scores yet. It's due on Wednesday, the 8th of May. I can view the homework, and this shows me statistics on the homework. It shows which students have completed it. So far, none of them. It shows the questions I've set, and I can go ahead and explore the questions myself and just practice them, see what they're like, and go back. I can see the lessons which are related to the homework. So because you picked questions, each question is tagged and we know what it's asking. There are related lessons that the students will be able to go watch themselves. They'll be shown these lessons so they can practice beforehand. And lastly, we have the individual scores of each of the students and the timing it took to answer them. So you can actually attempt the homework yourself or edit it. Once you click edit, you're taken back here again, but we're not going to edit it, so I'm just going to go back. And now I'm going to show you what it's like to answer a homework from the student's perspective. So I go over, and this is my student Patrick, which I will go over to the homework view. And as you can see, the first homework is live for me. It's because I'm in the all students class, it will appear here. If I am not in the class, it won't appear here. Okay, so I click view and I see the same layout that the teacher views. We have the questions on the left that I can individually practice before attempting. I can say, okay, let me practice this a couple of times, see what kind of working, see how to answer it, try again. No questions asked. It doesn't count. I mean, it does calculate your progress if I get these right, but in general, it doesn't affect the homework. I can practice the lessons beforehand. Okay, I can go through each lesson. I can see our tutors, what they say about it, learn about it, and then each lesson is followed by some questions, so that's great. Once I feel confident, I can go ahead and attempt the homework. So I click attempt. And this opens up our homework viewer, or similar to the exam room, where you'll be submitting answers to these questions. These are the 3 homework questions, but the answers don't show the working. Instead, they just have a blue dot. So I will have to submit it. And once I am happy with my answers, I will click submit. Okay, so unfortunately I got 0. And it took me 1 minute to answer that. So didn't put much effort there. My grade is U, understandably. All of these, but at least I can see a review of what I did and the questions. You can see the topic of the questions, the difficulty, the time it took me. I can click into it, see what I answered, and see what the correct answer was. See the explanation so I can mark myself or see where I went wrong and understand what I did wrong. And I can click back and I am back home. If I refresh, I will see my homework attempt here. So I can click here as a student and I can see that this is my homework. I can also go back to review to understand the review part. So let's go back and maybe let's try attempt it one more time. Well, maybe this time I'll be luckier and I can get something right. I doubt it because maybe it's this one. Let's try that. And let's try submit. 3 marks. Fantastic. Describe the transformation. I got this one right. How great. So now I will go back. I will refresh. As you see, my progress in the described transformation is slightly increased. And let's go back to the teacher view to see how that affects our teacher. So if I refresh, and it might take a bit to refresh. Okay. Okay, so as you can see here, as we look at as we clicked into the student, we see their attempts. We see that they have done 2 attempts at this time. They got 0% and 19% score, so 0 marks and 3 marks. And you can see the individual progress of each question for this student and the lessons again, you can see. So if we go back to our homework and click in, hopefully, yes, you can see it here now that Patrick has done 2 attempts. and has his best score of 3. This will always show the best score and how long he took on that score. 20 seconds, not very long. You can see here that in this chart here that Patrick has on his questions. These are the questions of the homework. So question 0, question 1, question 2. On question 2, he got 38%. And in terms of timing, he answered all the questions extremely quickly, hence why his timing is all green. This compares it to the expected timing for each question. So you want to be careful if your students aren't going through and spending enough time on each question. It means they're pretty much guessing and hoping to get the right thing. Given that our questions are extremely hard to guess, there are many wrong answers. They won't really succeed in this, but you always want to check. And there you go. This gives you a good view of how to set homework, view the homeworks, edit them, and also view the analytics of each homework. Lastly, you can also set homework as a draft and then set it live at a later date. And you can do that by clicking the Save as Draft button. And the same will happen where we will have a homework. Let me quickly add a question. It's just loading the questions. Add a question, select my class, select a date, save as draft, and it's marked as draft. When I'm ready to make it live or finish, or I want to tweak it a little bit more, I'm still drafting, I just click edit and I can click confirm instead of save as draft, and this will make it live. Okay, great. Overall, that is the let me go back. That is the homework viewer. It's a great way to granularly set questions that you've picked out as a teacher to your students and guide them through their studying and revision. And the students can go ahead and practice off that homework and mark themselves, learn themselves, and independently improve themselves. Thanks very much. Join us next time and we'll go through the syllabus and we have other videos as well. Thank you.